I told T.I. he should have kicked that boy when last year. If T.I. would have kicked that boy last year, that boy wouldn't have had to jack him up today.
Charleston White has weighed in decisively on King Harris's explosive confrontation with 50 Cent, and his stance is clear. He's standing firmly with 50. In this breakdown, we'll examine exactly what Charleston White said, why he said it, and what it reveals about the larger conflict. The core issue is simple but incendiary. What happens when a rapper's son inserts himself into a 2-decade-old feud and invokes a dead woman to defend his mother? That's precisely what unfolded in February 2026 when old tensions between 50 Cent and T.I. reignited with shocking intensity. The roots trace back to 2007. During a Hot 97 interview, 50 Cent questioned anyone crowning themselves King of Hip Hop, a direct shot at T.I., who had just released his album King and embraced the King of the South title. The tension became physical in 2007 when 50 appeared on stage at T.I.'s Screamfest alongside Jay-Z and Kanye West. In 2008, after T.I. received a 1-year sentence in his federal gun case, 50 released You So Tough, mocking the math, 10 machine guns, 12 months, implying T.I. cooperated with authorities. The snitch label stuck. In 2010, when T.I. and Tiny faced drug charges, 50 publicly questioned why Tiny didn't take the fall. T.I. responded in a 2011 Vibe interview, calling anyone suggesting that a coward. The two squashed it later that year through mutual friends, and for nearly a decade the beef stayed dormant, but never dead. It resurfaced in 2020 when T.I. challenged 50 to a versus on his birthday. 50 brushed it off with memes. T.I. kept pressing, on Hot 97, on stage, everywhere, but nothing materialized. Then February 2026 arrived. On February 6th, T.I. told the Nightcap podcast that 50 was ducking the versus. 50 responded the next day with old Crime Stoppers footage and clips of T.I.'s 2008 testimony, captioning it King Rat. By February 22nd, T.I. went on $1 million worth of game claiming they had already agreed to a versus in LA and 50 backed out, saying it made him question 50's character. That same day, 50 posted an unflattering photo of Tiny. T.I. commented that no photo could place 50 above him. Then King Harris, T.I. and Tiny's 21-year-old son, entered the chat. King went live with a profanity-laced rant defending his mother and crossed the ultimate line. He invoked 50 Cent's late mother, Sabrina Jackson, who died in 1983 when 50 was 8. King posted her tombstone, wrote, "This where your mama at," called her a legend, and dared 50 to post his own mother, knowing she was deceased. 50's mother's death, tied to a drug-related incident, is one of hip-hop's most documented traumas. King turned it into an Instagram weapon. T.I. responded with "War," warning of a sleeping giant awakened, followed by "The Right One" and "Lessons," directly attacking 50's legacy. His sons joined. Damony dropped "Miss Jackson." King released "Say Less," wearing a shirt with 50's mother's face printed on it, smoking a blunt pointed at the image. Rick Ross immediately co-signed, requesting the shirt in 3X. 50 Cent never dropped a bar. He turned King into a Pepe the Frog meme, posted childhood photos with "God don't like ugly," and when Tina Snow showed Tiny love, 50 responded with the Solange elevator gif. He then deleted posts, claimed his feelings were hurt, awarded T.I. the stupid award, and went silent. Then Charleston White arrived with a verdict sharper than a blade.
King is behaving and going on with these kind of actions and inactions and traits and characteristics.
In multiple late February 2026 live streams, Charleston White delivered an unfiltered reality check. T.I. failed as a father by not teaching his son to stay out of grown men's wars. He called King's actions the ultimate overreach, a young man inserting himself into a conflict between two OGs who had been at it for nearly 20 years.
Delinquent, criminal-minded boy, then you open up and you failing as a father, tipster. Clifford?
White deliberately stripped T.I. of his regal persona, calling him tipster and Clifford, calculated disrespects designed to dismantle the King of the South myth. He also revealed he had been quietly aligned with 50 Cent and G-Unit for years, claiming he had been name-dropped in songs and maintained private contact with 50. He positioned himself as 50's natural tag team partner, already locked in and ready when called.
Rapping in it. Tell T.I. I got it the best diss song he can have right now. Boy, can't find no better diss song.
Charleston White wasn't commentating from the sidelines, he was openly campaigning to be tagged in. He told 50 directly, "Bring me into the ring."
I'm on the set of 50 couldn't activate it. 50 Cent tried to say don't nobody activate T.I. like I doing. Yeah, tippy toe.
White declared that 50 tried to activate others but couldn't finish the job, and that he alone possessed the history, the tools, and the fearless recklessness required to truly get under the Harris family's skin. The avalanche of reactions his posts generated suggested he wasn't exaggerating. For context, Charleston White, 48, is a Fort Worth-based comedian, motivational speaker, and polarizing social media figure. He lost his right eye at age 7, committed a fatal robbery at 14, testified against the shooter, served juvenile time, later earned a criminal justice degree, and founded Hype Youth Outreach to keep kids from the path he once walked. His brand is built on saying the unsayable at maximum volume, wearing the snitch label as armor while exposing what he sees as hip-hop's hypocritical code. His history with the Harrises predates 2026. He and T.I. have traded diss records. T.I. once allegedly tried to confront him physically, and when King previously threatened White, White responded with warnings that left no ambiguity.
Told T.I. he should have kicked that boy when last year. If T.I. would have kicked that boy last year, that boy wouldn't have had to jack him up today.
White specifically referenced King's November 2023 meltdown at the Atlanta Falcons game, the moment King's defiance and temper first went national.
Boy showing out at the Falcon game, embarrassing the family. This is that King, little ugly.
To White, King's 2026 explosion wasn't random. It was the inevitable result of years of unchecked behavior shielded by fame and family wealth. King's public incidents had been stacking for years. The 2022 Waffle House meltdown over pickles that ended with him threatening to pistol whip a worker, the 2022 DUI, suspended license, and missed court date that led to a 2024 arrest, and most notably, the 2023 Falcons Suite livestream where he argued with his parents about his upbringing, rejected the silver spoon label, and ended up in a headlock from T.I. while the world watched.
Boy, you disrespecting Tippy? You disrespecting Tiny and Tippy?
White watched the Falcons incident live and concluded then what he repeated in 2026. King needed discipline, not coddling. He acknowledged the young man's pain but called the performative anger entitlement masquerading as standing on business.
Born into a situation and circumstances and an environment that most kids dream about. You wasn't born into some horrible condition.
By February 2026, King Harris had cultivated a clear reputation, fiercely loyal, explosively impulsive, and willing to cross any line for family. Meanwhile, 50 Cent was juggling multiple wars. Meech, Rick Ross, Jim Jones, even his own son Marquise, all handled the same way. Memes, old footage, eviction notices, strategic silences. He never touched a microphone. His response to King was consistent with how he handled every other opponent. File under content, not threat. The internet split 50-50. Some hailed King for defending his mother with unmatched heart, others declared invoking the dead an unforgivable violation. Charleston White's involvement drew equal division. Supporters saw principled consistency, detractors saw opportunistic clout chasing. T.I. masterfully converted the entire controversy into rocket fuel for his final album Kill the King. Every diss track, every response, every snippet was timed perfectly to the news cycle. The lead single cracked the Hot 100 at number 43, his highest solo entry in over a decade. At the 2026 Grammys, he confirmed retirement, framing the project as his definitive swan song, one that arguably wouldn't exist in this form without the oxygen of this beef. The Harris family turned their household into a 24-hour war room and content machine. Industry observers compared it to Drake versus Kendrick for cultural weight, yet the musical exchange was comically lopsided. The Harrises dropped track after track while 50 responded with nothing on wax. Whether that means T.I. dominated the scoreboard or 50 won by never stepping onto the field depends entirely on how you define victory in 2026. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, tap one of the videos on screen for more in-depth hip-hop commentary.